Are you like me, feeling the winter blues, feeling that feeling of blur? The weather has been so cold and horrible with storm after storm, rain, floods, ice, you name it, we've had it. This winter seems never ending. Let's beat the winter blues by dressing ready for the spring. Hello, my name is Susan. I am 57, 5'4" tall and a size 2022. I do fashion twice a week on a Tuesday and a Saturday, quite often some bonus videos too. If this is your sort of thing, push that subscribe button. So today's haul is from Marks and Spencer's. You may have seen my Morrison's video from a couple of weeks ago where I picked up this jumper, which I felt was quite a Marmite jumper. It was in a white background, but it had huge floral pastel flowers on it. So many of you complimented me and said how it lightened up my face and brightened me up. I was quite blown away. I wasn't sure if I liked it or I hated it. But it got me looking in the shops and I realised how far off the trend I was. Pastels are coming in huge for the spring. When I was on the Marks and Spencer's website, you know when you're looking at something and it says it's been in so many people's basket in the last 24 hours, I could not believe the number of people that are already buying, snapping up all these pastel coloured tops. If you want to be ahead of the trend, if you want to dress to beat those winter blues, I suggest you have a look on the Marks and Spencer's website. These are the things I chose. I wonder what you will choose. So starting off the haul in quite this spring green colour. It's got a touch of sort of fluorescent neon about it, but it's not in your face. Quite a basic sort of ribbed t-shirt there. I bought this in a size 24 and it was £9.50. Comes to a long length on me. Obviously I would probably wear it tucked in or at least ruched up in some way, but it's not like if you wanted it untucked, it's coming down too long and messing with your proportions. It's just got those little cap sleeves there, not quite long enough to hide my bingo wings, unfortunately. I would prefer them a little bit longer. But as a basic little tee, it's hitting the mark really, and what a good price at £9.50. I ordered in the 24 because I do prefer my t-shirts not to be super clingy, and I do feel it is still quite tight. I think it is this rib texture that just sort of springs back. If you stretch it, it just springs back. Perfect for a spring haul, I suppose. And of course, being in one of these bright colours rather than a darker colour, you do feel that it does draw attention to your floors. So I've put this little sort of denim jacket, a jacket more like, in a denim fabric over the top in this much more muted sagey green, but it's still a bright colour for that spring. And there's lots of this colour around, and it definitely does tone down this brighter green, so it's doing the job that I thought. I bought this in an extra large. It was £29.50, and I just feel it's just too big. But of course it is a jacket that you are supposed to sort of wear oversized. I probably could undo this popper here and fold it back, but I'm not sure how this little reveal here will hold that sort of sleeve in place. It's got all the features of a denim jacket, some little pockets here, the side seaming, and features of a jacket because of these little vents there. The plain back you can see. I actually quite like this because I've been looking, well, definitely last year, I was looking for a denim jacket, and I was finding that they were all coming too cropped and just cutting me off at that line there. This being a jacket, I'm getting that sort of denim casualness, but I've got that longer line, and I just feel it's more flattering over my hips. But is it just adding bulk to me? Like I say, this extra large just feels over big because I can wrap it over. I think the large would be more sort of size appropriate for me. But yes, it's doing what I wanted it to do and tone down this bright green. I might try this on with some of the other items because they're all the rest of the items are now in that pastel range. It was just this bright spring green that attracted me. So apologies if this is looking a little creased. It's been in the bag waiting for me to do this video for about a week. So obviously it wasn't packed in the best way. This little plain, sort of very lightweight little pastel blue shirt blouse is very, very pretty. Now on paper, this should work perfectly for me. It's got that V-neck, and just to make sure, it's got that little ruffle, so your eyes definitely are drawn to it. And I like this little draw cord here. Maybe undoing it just extends that V a little bit more. I might just leave these hanging loose, or I might cut them off. I've got shoulder pads on the way, ladies. Don't you fear, they are on the way to me. And I feel then that would give me just a little bit more in the shoulder than this sort of lightweight fabric is giving me there. Goes down, it covers my bingo wings with this little frill on the end, but I think you can tell yeah, they make my arms look a bit like sausages in a casing, don't they? Just a little bit snug. I would have liked a little bit more room there on that sleeve. But that is very pretty, isn't it, to have that little frill on the end. Maybe that's why that draw cord is there. Can you see how it's slipping off my shoulder? Maybe I do need to have this done up after all. So let's just tie that back. It comes down to a really nice length. So often I complain that things end too short and I feel exposed here. Obviously I'm wearing a baggy pair of jeans, so it's not such an issue, but should I be wearing tighter trousers, then often it is. But what a nice length that is. It covers the front, the tum, and it covers the bum too, in that nice little scooping sort of hemline. The back, quite plain. And I've got enough room here that I didn't have in that green t-shirt because this is just looser fitting. This was in a size 22 and I'm just having a look, it was £25. Not an extortionate amount of money, but this is quite a lightweight little sheared sort of crepe. There's no stretch in it at all. Like I said, it's very, very pretty. And what is nice, a bit of pastel blue to help you beat those winter blues. Well, I obviously did like this style very much because I've inadvertently bought the same one in the pale lemon colour. So I've described all the features of this one. This one I get up and the collar kept fluffing up. So that might be an issue, having to iron it once it's out of the wash. I also feel, oh maybe not, it does feel like the sleeve's a little bit looser. So obviously it is going to vary slightly from item to item. Personally, I don't think this yellow is as flattering as that pastel blue. Maybe I'm just feeling a little bit obvious in it, but it is a lovely length. I'm not going to knock it for the length. £25 though, the upper budget I think that they could charge for this little blouse, but it is very, very pretty. This I feel might go quite nicely with that sagey green jacket that I wore earlier. And let's just see how that looks over the top. Because of course we're dressing for the spring, we're getting that dopamine hit from all these bright colours, but we've still got that little bit of a chill in the air. And I think that goes lovely together. That little sage green and the yellow there, the little lemon colour. Of course, you need to look to nature to see what colours go together. And this, to me, just screams spring. This little blouse is £15, which in some ways I think is so much better value than the £25 blue and yellow one I've just shown you. However, although I love it, I think I could even cope with the length of it. It is just too tight. There is stretch in this sort of crisp cotton, but not enough. I haven't got enough fabric to cover me, and I ordered this in a size 22. So beware if you do fancy this little cropped shirt, it's not overly generous in size. It's not really gaping here, I just feel it is clinging just a little bit too unflattering. And of course we've been used to these really sort of baggy, loose linen shirts for the last year or 2 years. So this is quite a change. It's got buttons all the way up to the top, which of course you could have undone. And I think that's obviously more flattering. And it's got a nice collar there, though nothing too substantial. Somebody was mentioning starch. I mean, that's a sort of throwback to the old ages, isn't it? Starch. But if it's needed to keep that crisp look, then I'm all for it. Got nice set-in sleeves there, and you can see that there is a yoke on the back. But just looking at the back, you can see it's just too tight for me. And as I'm moving around, it's just completely ruching up. The sleeves, again, feel a little bit tight on the arms, but they've got these lovely cuffs with this lovely button. And I certainly love this pearl pink with the white. It is lovely, nice fabric. And I like the style, and I'm very tempted to size up in this. And for £15, I think it is a bargain and something you could certainly get a lot of wear out of. Okay, I got a pink jumper here. This is £25 and I got this in an extra large. Super, super soft. Very, very nice. I did wonder over the top of this shirt if I could get that sort of shirt jumper look. I'll also try the jumper on without anything underneath. Yes, that looks quite nice. Might need a little bit of manoeuvring around, but I think you definitely get the idea. Right, I've taken the shirt off. And I think the jumper is even better. What a lovely drape this jumper has got on it. I certainly don't feel it's too tight. It feels nice and roomy, comfortable, soft and snuggly. It's got a really deep cuff there, but it's not too overlong. Perfect for just pushing back. And you've also got it on this really nice deep V. I'm loving the colour of this. You can tell it is actually a little bit pinkier in real life. Maybe it's coming over a little bit mauvey on the camera there, but it is a little bit more pinky. And thinking about it, I've got the most gorgeous new pair of lilac pink Converse for Christmas. This would look amazing with it. Certainly tie in the whole outfit. Got that deep cuff here as well, which I think is just helping to hold it in. You can see it's a little bit shorter on the front than the back. And we've got this sort of peephole here just to give that ease of movement and just that little bit of extra sort of styling. The plain plain, and of course it's not clingy to my back, which is what I often don't like. I'm liking this one. £25 in an extra large. This is a keeper. Beautiful lemon colour. Spring, you cannot feel down if you're wearing this beautiful bright lemon colour. It's also very soft and snuggly inside. I bought an extra large and it was £29.50, which I fear is on the top range of what I would want to acceptably pay for a plain sweatshirt that didn't have any branding on. This extra large, yes, I know it's supposed to be over large, you know, the oversized baggy look, but it just adds extra to me, doesn't it? Doesn't sort of cling in or do anything for my figure. I just look like a great big yellow rectangle. Sleeves, as always, are always too long. I'm prepared for that, and I know I'm going to have to tuck them back, and that actually I think looks quite nice anyway. I'm not sure it's really that good value, but I do like the colour, and maybe going down to that large rather than this extra large might solve that fitting issue. But of course, as a layering piece with this oh yes, I'm going to like this, with this lovely jacket here, I think, oh yes, I definitely like this sage green with a lemon underneath. Don't you think it just brings this colour alive? And this is perfect for those transitional days. You're hoping for that spring and you want that dopamine hit to brighten up your day, and then you've got the jacket over the top for that warmth and that coverage. I'm really liking this look now though. Maybe just not willing to pay the same price for the sweatshirt as for this jacket. Okay, you've seen everything that I've got to show you today. Let's beat these winter blues. Let's start dressing for the spring, and maybe the universe will answer and bring us some warm sunshine. Of course, we have passed those darkest moments of winter and the nights are going to start getting lighter. Hopefully the temperatures raise too, and we can really start to feel that spring is on its way. But in the meantime, let's trick those brains, get this dopamine dressing going, and beat those winter blues. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy. I hope you push that subscribe button below, and I really hope that you come back and watch some more of my videos. If you've got any suggestions or comments you wish to make, I always appreciate those comments below. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.